we don't have to take further more time, and I would like to call upon the next speaker on the floor, who will be a chairperson of Uganda Parliamentary Forum on Indian Affairs, Honorable Fred Afro. He has served at the as Executive Director of Uganda Media Center, Office of the President, as well as Minister Councillor and Spokesperson at Ministry of Foreign Affairs. And he was also a board member in Uganda Investment Authority. Currently, he is a member of Parliament from Pingiri County, Sorry District. Honorable Fred.
Thank you very much, Mr. Tusha, for that introduction. The Honorable Minister of External Affairs of India, Honorable Dr. J. Shankar, the High Commissioner of India to Uganda, Excellency Ajay Kumar, colleagues, members of Parliament, and by extension, members of the Uganda Parliamentary Forum on Indian Affairs, Honorable Sanjay Tana, my friend, MP Emeritus, member of the NRM Central Executive Committee, Honorable Katongole Singh, members of the Coordinating Committee of Indians in Uganda, captains of industry present, and all of you distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Uganda Parliamentary Forum on Indian Affairs, it is my profound honor and privilege that I welcome you, Honorable Minister J. Shankar, to Uganda. And really thank you very much for sparing your time amidst your busy schedule to engage us. It is certainly a milestone for us as a very young organization to receive you. And sir, we certainly don't take this for granted. From a little over a century, Ugandans of Indian ancestry have evolved from a few hundreds who came to assist the British build the East African Railway line. They later settled, became traders and owners of key industries, and now are contributing to around about 63% of the tax base in Uganda. Cognizant of that, sir, the Uganda Parliamentary Forum for Indian Affairs was formed by like-minded parliamentarians and spearheaded by His Excellency Kumar, Mr. Cheplot, and Mr. Trisham. Members you see amidst all of us are vibrant members of Parliament, Your Excellency. Unfortunately, we do not have time to introduce them individually, but nevertheless, they are the committed lot in the Parliament of Uganda. In this regard, I would like to put very quickly a spotlight on the role of the forum. In advancing socio-economic integration, contributing to a legislative agenda and policy framework that not only consolidates and protects the gains Uganda-India friendship has registered in the past 5 decades, but also keeps Uganda a very attractive country for Indian businesses and citizens to invest, thrive, and live in. As such, the members of Parliament on this forum do play an invaluable role. For example, in my earlier discussion with His Excellency Kumar, he noted that processes have stalled for the implementation of 2 lines of credit offered by India to Uganda for power transmission lines and agriculture modernization. Honorable Mara seated right next to you, sir, Honorable Dixon Kateshumba, and Honorable Anifa Nabukera, all sit on the Parliament's Budget Committee and the Committee on Finance, Planning and Economic Development, where deliberations on budget financing and health and resource mobilization recommendations to Parliament and the Executive emanate. Secondly, the establishment of the Mahatma Gandhi Convention Center has equally stalled due to the bureaucratic nature of land acquisition and titling for such big projects in Uganda. However, yet again, we have members of this forum such as Honorable Sarah Opendi, Honorable Javira, seated somewhere there, Honorable Rita Atukwansa, and Honorable Margaret Alepe are members of this forum and equally sit on the Parliament's Committee on Physical Infrastructure Committee and Committee on Tourism, Trade and Industry, where the convention matter falls. And indeed, Honorable Minister, as I speak, they have started following up vigorously on this issue. Our brothers and sisters of Indian descent, locally referred to Uganda as Baindi, are also propagating for recognition on as the 58th tribe in Uganda's constitution, as His Excellency has already mentioned. So, Your Excellency, or rather, Honorable Minister, that is just to emphasize the relevance of such a committee or such a forum in pursuing its objectives, especially where interaction and networking with the Indian community in Uganda is concerned. This propagation for a Baindi tribe was a petition was recently delivered by Ambassador Mamtaz, and it was received by our patron, who is the Right Honorable Speaker, and by names of Anita Among. And Honorable Minister, we do fondly refer her as AAA. Triple A. That was delivered, and of course, with the consultations with the Ministry of Justice and Constitutional Affairs, just about 2-3 months ago, with His Excellency and Honorable Ambassador did meet the Minister for Constitutional Affairs and Justice in his office. Therefore, to our advantage, yet again, Honorable Minister, 3 members of this forum do sit on that committee, or the Committee of Legal Affairs in Parliament, and they include Honorable Obiga Rose, who is our publicist in the forum, Honorable John Bosco Okiror, who is seated right at the back, and Honorable who is also amidst us, dressed in white. The 3 examples, Honorable Minister, illustrate how members of the forum are strategically positioned throughout the 22 parliamentary oversight committees, whose reports have often been adopted by Parliament and operationalized by the Executive. Being the first country-focused parliamentary forum, the Indian government and community do get a unique legislative representation of their interests. And with assurances of support from the forum's patron, our speaker, as I've already mentioned, the existing legislative bottlenecks are hampering implementation of key bilateral partnerships, and other outstanding issues will certainly be resolved. However, Honorable Minister, as you may be aware, This doesn't happen overnight. Our legislation processes take years, sometimes stretching beyond one term of parliament. And for a forum as important as this, dedication, stability, and consistency of its members is crucial in achieving its vision and mission. It is therefore in our common interest, Honourable Minister, to see all these members return to Parliament to finish future pending projects. Therefore, it is in this regard that enduring partnerships with the Government of India and corporate social responsibility activities that complement government programs can be far-reaching in their or our respective constituencies, in the form of water and sanitation and hygiene facilities, construction and equipping of skilling and training centers, training health services, strengthening health services rather, renovation of schools, education, scholarship and apprenticeship programs and agricultural mechanization, to name but a few. Honorable Minister, I engage very closely with His Excellency and will formally present to your office the detail of such interventions that I have highlighted. Honorable Minister, as I conclude, I do want to thank the Government of India for inviting the young parliamentarians who went or visited India for about 10 days on an exposure visit. And may I request, I think it's just the two of them who are here now, may you just stand up so that the Honourable Minister, thank you very much. In that context, members of these forum do aspire to create an exchange or to take part in an exchange program or a friendship club with our counterparts in the Indian Parliament in order to further strengthen our institutional capacities or capabilities, that is of both parliaments, whilst promoting dialogue and the tenets of democracy in our countries. And I believe, Honourable Minister, that is much more effective if most of these members actually visit the Indian Parliament and vice versa. Honourable Minister, I do want to thank you very much for interfacing with us, and want to take this opportunity to reassure you and His Excellency Ajay Kumar of our continued commitment to promote the warm relations between both countries, support partnerships, follow up the implementation of bilateral memorandums of understanding, and also engage relevant state and non-state actors to assist these processes. With those very few remarks, once again, Honourable Minister, thank you very much, and for God and my country. Thank you.
I think that deserves one more